Hey guys, in this video we're going to be looking into the kanji cho and look into some of the vocabulary that make up the intestines. So let's get straight into it. So the kanji for intestines is cho, with cho being the onyomi of the word. The kunyomi is harawata, although I find we don't hear that reading as often. The kanji cho is often used in names of organs and sections linked to the intestinal region, as you'll see in the next slide. So the intestine is made up of two parts, the small intestine and the large intestine. So the small intestine in Japanese is shocho. As you can see in the kanji breakdown, it's made up of the kanji for small, which is sho, and the kanji for cho for intestines, making shocho or small intestines. So a very simple and literal translation, which is the same for the large intestine, which is daicho, with the kanji for big in dai, together with the kanji for intestine being cho, making daicho or large intestines. Next, we've got parts of the small intestine, with the small intestine being made up of three parts, with the first being the duodenum, which is junischo. Now, breaking the kanji down, I've broken it up into two, the first part being the first three kanji together, which is junishi, which reads as 12 fingers. Then combined with the kanji for intestine cho, together making junishicho, or 12 fingers intestine. Now I've added a memory tip to help remember the word and the kanji, with the tip being that the duodenum means 12 fingers in Latin, as the duodenum is roughly 12 fingers long. Now what I've found when looking into the Japanese vocabulary and how they're made is that understanding the etymology or the origins of the English word in which the Japanese word is derived from can help explain or link how the Japanese word came together. And I found this to be particularly the case in parts of the small intestine, as we'll see further in the next slides. So the next part of the small intestine is the jejunum, which in Japanese is kucho. Now breaking down the kanji kucho, we have the kanji for empty, which is ku, and the kanji for intestine, which is cho, together kucho or empty intestine. And a little memory tip, the jejunum is derived from the Latin word jejunus, meaning fasting or empty of food. So remember the jejunum as the empty intestine. Next we have the last of the three parts of the small intestine, the ileum, which in Japanese is kaicho. Breaking the word down, we have the kanji for turn, which is kai, and the kanji for intestine cho, together making turn intestine or kaicho, which means ileum. And just a memory tip, the Latin word ileum is said to be potentially derived from the Greek word ilios, which means winding and turning, possibly reflecting the convolutions of the intestines. So now we have parts of the large intestine, with the large intestine being made up of several parts, with the first being the cecum or mocho. Breaking the kanji down, we have the kanji for blind in mo, and the kanji for intestine cho, making the blind intestine or mocho, which means cecum. And a memory tip, the word cecum comes from the Latin term intestinum cecum, meaning blind intestine. Following the cecum, we have the colon, which is ketcho. Breaking the kanji down, we have the kanji for contract or bind, which is ketsu, or ke with the little tsu, and the kanji for intestine cho, which together is contract intestines, or ketcho, which means colon. And just a memory tip, the colon muscles contract to move feces along the intestine, so knowing how the colon works can help you remember the kanji and the word for colon in Japanese. Now the colon is made up of several parts, with the first being the ascending colon, or joko ketcho. Breaking the kanji down, we have the first two kanji together, which is joko, which means ascending, and the last two kanji meaning ketcho or colon, as we covered earlier, together making ascending colon or joko ketcho. Next we have the transverse colon or the oko ketcho. Breaking the kanji down, we have oko meaning transverse and ketcho meaning colon, together making oko ketcho or transverse colon. Next we have the descending colon or kako ketcho. Breaking the kanji down, we have the kanji for descending, which is kako, and the kanji for colon, which is ketcho, making kako ketcho or descending colon. And then we have the sigmoid colon, or S-jo ketcho. Breaking the kanji down, we have the letter S with the kanji jo, which means form, making S form, and together with the kanji for colon, or ketcho, together it's S-jo ketcho, or sigmoid colon. And just a memory tip, the sigmoid colon is shaped like an S, hence S-jo. And finally we have the rectum, which in Japanese is chokucho. Breaking the kanji down, we have the kanji for straight or direct in choku, and the kanji for intestine, which is cho, together making straight intestine, or chokucho, meaning rectum. And just a memory tip, the shape of the rectum is straight and direct, as you can see in the picture there. And that's the end of the video. I hope this helped you better understand your vocabulary on the intestines in Japanese. Thank you for watching.